Ladies and gentlemen, Grubby is playing versus a real pro-human. I think that it's one of the strongest humans that he met in his in this season. You know that he plays versus Death Note, he played versus Chemico, but on the top right of Northern Isles there is a human called Hawk, and like he's very good, he's very OG, he has a lot of success in tournaments, he's active. He plays in like Ashen of Wonder Cup, you know, so this recent camp he advanced from the group stage. You know, 3 players advanced from the group stage, so in 4-player group stage. But yes, you know, it shows that he has some results recently. He won versus Moon. Yes, Korean Moon. So yes, Hawk is strong. Hawk has more MMR than Grubby. And the question is, can Grubby win versus him to get this sweet MMR boost that he needs in order to climb into the ranking? So, Human versus Orc is a very classic matchup. You always open with Farseer Headhunter. Of course, Grubby sometimes can surprise the opponent with Blade Master, especially on Last Refuge, because of, you know, how easy it's to buy mercs there. But yes, Grubby with Farseer Headhunter opener. His opponent on the top right is called Hawk, and we need to count the farms. 2 farms before tech, it means that we are going to see only 3 footies, and then there will be no more footies. It's going to be only rifles and casters. If he's going to make more farms before tech, it's either expansion or a lot of footies with defense ability. I see early tower. I think it's going to be mass double farm tech. And you know, even if you produce very little amount of footies with militia, with water elementals, creeping is not that hard. I think that Grubby will just cross the map. I think that that's his plan, but we'll see about that. On this very map, you can creep very nicely. If you want to creep double green camp, basically at the same time. And Grubby is going to do exactly that. Let's see if he's going to creep level 2, but yes, Grubby starting with creeping, but look at Human. This is game design. If your workers can go into the fighting form, then, ladies and gentlemen, they can definitely help up with creeping. Wand of Mana Stealing is pretty decent if a Farseer is running for you, and yes, the amount of farm is 2, and it means that Hawk is going to tech without many footies. What Grubby is doing, Grubby is like checking out if there is expansion play, is it where the Hawk is creeping, and he sees nothing. He sees nothing. It means A, Pala Rifle, B, exactly what Hawk is doing. So slow creeping, you know, creeping the 2 scarves here, and the players are going to meet for the first time. Grubby gets the item, and the sentry ward is a so-so item. Grubby would love to know if it's 2 farm tag, is it 3 farm tag. He will know soon because he will see, you know, only 3 footies. But yes, at this stage of the game, the armies are about even. So, you know, it's up to players should they fight or not, but later, because, you know, the human player is not producing more units, he needs to wait a long time for units. Grubby will have a stronger army before tag, of course. The fight for the last hits, Grubby with some nice, but it was only level 1 Murloc, and now human will have issues with healing their units. But Hawk is like, you know, I see this confidence of the 2600 plus MMR player, a player that won versus Moon not that long ago. So I see this confidence, and you know, he's, even though he has only 3 footies, he's trending. But look at this. Immediately he pulls back, he doesn't want to get his footies hurt, and now Grubby has 4 headhunters, and his opponent needs to go back, and Grubby got 1 footie. Grubby got level up. Remember that in Warcraft 3, when your heroes leveled up, it means that it has better stats a little bit. It's like getting Circlet of Nobility, basically. This item that gives you ++++2 to every stat. So yes, leveling in Warcraft 3 is not only about unlocking spells, it's also about having better stats, of course. So, as you can see, there is a first rifleman in production, but human has nothing. Human oh, I'm sorry, I said human has nothing. Sorry, I stand corrected. Human remotely grabbed this camp in the north. Grubby knows about this. Grubby knows about this, and he'll get the item. So yeah, Grubby's like, okay, you get high level. You probably crabbed like this. And man, it's a big deal to have level 3 with only 3 footies. But Grubby's like, okay, you are building your shop in front of your base. That's not a good location. I'm going to cancel it. But Hog is like, you want to cancel stuff? I'm ready to cancel your stuff. And Hog is like, look how tricky he is. He knows exactly where the item is. Of course, we have the loot indicator these days, but you know, it's very nice idea to just grab the big item, even if it costs you your water elemental. And you know, it's the one less item for Grubby. Imagine Grubby like TC with big mana potion. Finally, a human is able to build his shop in peace. And speaking about building stuff, is this bestiary going to be cancelled? I think so. And that's the plan of Hawk, right? He doesn't want to fight for real. He's waiting for his rifles army. He's waiting for his second hero. And Archmage is doing a lot with very little. Bestiary is very important for Grubby. He wants his raiders with a snare. He wants one Kodo Beast at some point. Is Grubby going to surround here? Okay, welcome everybody. And look at this. Farseer is healing already. And human army is not creeping, but it's going to creep soon. By the way, there is nothing really to creep around Hawk's base. The Tuskar is gone, all of the greens are gone. So I think we are going to start with the Expo creep. Human is very rarely expanding in this matchup on tier 2. And yes, Tauren Chieftain is like, oh, I'm ready to creep, and haha, surprise! The guy with item is gone. So another good move by Hawk, but it's not the end of the world, of course. Grub is in the middle. He bought Staff of Teleportation. Why he did it? For two reasons. One, you know, if necessary, he can unite with his Tauren Chieftain, but also if he gets Bolt surrounded, and of course MK can use Bolt surround technique, then he can do a lot of good stuff. And look at this, Grubby. Grubby is creep jacking Mr. Hawk, but Hawk is like, okay, that's only Farseer level 2. I have one priest, it should be fine. And where is the Archmage? Archmage is doing kinda the same thing. So look at this, on this super high level. Look at this. Grubby is like, going to stop your MK from creeping, and Hog is like, I'm going to stop your Tauren Chieftain from creeping, and we have a mighty Water Elemental here. Of course, this is not as big as a creepjack as it could be, but definitely, you know, Tauren Chieftain is not creeping that much. Now, it's very important to start pulling militia. You need to start pulling militia for creeping, and look at this, Grub is doing so well! This idea to stop Mountain King for creeping is crazy, and look who won the fight with you know, APM, you know, how fast you click. Hawk got surrounded, he had to teleport back, and you know, and Farseer of Grubby is still here, so basically Grubby showed us that his multitasking is very strong, and look how much this Farseer is doing. Poor Hawk can start creeping, and Tauren Chieftain is creeping just fine, and Grubby is going for the Expo, as he should. This is the meta play in this matchup. You need to expand as Orc, because usually you have enough map control to keep the Expo alive. I mean, not often. And then it's going to help you with basically you know, dealing with Brilliance Aura, Priest, MK efficiency, because yes, human is very efficient with Rifle Caster. That's why every human player should love Rifle Caster. Army composition, you have Priest for healing, and all of this good stuff. Hawk knows that late game may happen, because you know, this game is kinda going for the late game, so he's preparing for the Breaker switch. But for now, because when opponent gets super high levels, then definitely going for the breakers is good. Hawk needs to pull militia. Hawk needs to pull militia. He can't take this fight without militia, and he's pulling it already. Why? He doesn't need more lumber. But position for the human player is very bad. Human player is between the creep camp and the Orc army. The priests are exposed. Farseer, there is attempt to kill the Farseer, but Stomp was magnificent in the middle of the Hawk army. Militia is coming. Double level up. Remember, when you level up, you get extra stats. And it means that Farseer just got more HP. Militia is here. Grubby is respecting it. Look at this militia connecting to the headhunters. Mountain King can reach. Can Grubby survive? 29 HP. And Grubby uses his TP. Maybe it was necessary anyway, because this militia is here. But man, good trade for Grubby. He bought time for his expansion. Now he's healing. The question is how much time Hawk has in the middle here. He has access to the store. He bought very nice items, but the amount of priest is so low. And Grubby is coming back. Grubby is coming back, and Hawk is respecting Grubby army so much. He was sandwiched once, you know, between the creeps, and he doesn't want to feel it again. Grubby with one raider to the right. The raider just one shot the caster because it's the siege damage versus unarmored armored type. Amazing. And Storm is here, man. Grubby squeezing. Grubby squeezing Hog with pure skill. All of those cool moves. And Archmage is next with Stop. I can't believe it. Man, Grubby is like in this killer mood. He's like, you make one mistake, I punish you. I punish you. Thank you, Mr. X-Way, for a generous raid. Thank you very much, Makura, for you. I'm in the casting YouTube mode. I will do the shadow in a moment. Archmage is back, ladies and gentlemen. Archmage had TP, but Stomp of Grubby surprised Hawk so much that he lost his Archmage. Grubby again is surviving with super low HP Farseer. Grubby is the one to take the middle, ladies and gentlemen. Grubby is the one to take the middle. Bam! Look at this. We have Paladin Aura, and Paladin Aura is amazing. Do you remember Staff of Teleportation from the early game? You can use it to get the items faster. I would sell the stuff now. But Grubby is like, no, this item gave me a lot of value. I'm not going to sell this item. Tauren Chieftain is on level 3 with some nice items. Hawk is not giving up. He's 10 supply behind, but his name is Hawk. He's a legendary human player, like for real. I'm very impressed with, you know, what Mr. Hawk can do. Ladies and gentlemen, he has MK level 2, he needs levels. Look at Grubby. Oh, more than half level ahead Grubby's, and again Grubby in this killer move, speed scrolling to get into nice position, but he's respecting Militia. He doesn't want to fight versus Militia. Grubby knows that he has time. He has an operational expansion, and Grubby is repositioning. He knows that Militia will expire soon, and then Grubby will start fighting maybe. Bolt connects, MK has level 3, supply gap is closing, but man, the longer game goes like that, the better for Grubby. And Grubby is adding some ultimate units. He has one Kodo Beast for amazing aura. Grubby, don't get sandwiched here. Okay, the creeps are kinda in between everybody. And what is going to happen now? Super patient play by Grubby, and again, he's printing gold. He has double base. But Hawk knows how efficient rifle casters are, and Militia is coming yet again, and the breakers are here, and Tauren Chieftain needs to be careful, and I think Mr. Hawk will attack, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen now? We have Chain Lightning in all of those workers. TC of Grubby, Kill Scroll, Invul pass, Tauren Chieftain will survive. Pop the Invul, Grubby has a TP, Grubby is going for the MK, but MK has his own Invul, yes, on this level, on pro level. You see how valuable Invuls are. Farseer will have to teleport out, but Grubby again, Grubby supply lead is growing, and Kodo Beast took a Water Elemental to go. This Water Elemental is probably going to expire before it's going to get digested, so you won't get experience, but you know, it will disappear. So ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Thank you again for the raid, Mr. XY Makura, for you, thank you very much. I hope you have a nice stream. Okay, ooh, that's a good item. Healthstone, it gives you a HP regen. You know, priests, they have limits. There is only one priest at the time can heal the unit, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this MK is getting to high HP quickly. 10 supply lead for Grubby, but, you know, the human player, he got his breakers, and, you know, you can't stomp the breakers. It doesn't work, they're spell immune. But Grubby, look at Grubby position. Amazing position. Tauren Chieftain, Grubby is rich. Grubby has bought double potion as he should on his Tauren. And we have a big fight. Grubby is snacking on those breakers. And he's trying to keep the Kodo Beast alive. That's what he's doing as well. Stomp connects, okay. 2 rifles and a hero. That's good. Remember, there's a lot of breakers. You can't really stomp well. And the casters are in the back as they should be. Now, this stomp was better. Connected to the caster line. Club is on the MK. Look how much damage MKL deals. That's why people like to see human versus orc, because there is this big fight of second heroes, Tauren Chieftain versus Mountain King. Farseer got level 4. Grubby's army is quite low. Are we going to see another clap? Not really. MK is very tough. Invul before Stomp, that's important. Brilliance Aura on level 2 is doing a lot, but damage output of Hawk is not a big. Bolt is in the chamber. He can go for Tower and Chieftain. Is he Hawk going to try to do it? No. Grubby in this game is... Oh! We got the Prefect of Vitality drop in order to get more HP from the Hellstone. And now the MK is naked and we have 2 wolves. Grubby splitting them immediately. Dispel missed 1 wolf and there is not that much mana on Prince. And MK! Grubby is going for the MK! Grubby sees the weakness. Invisibility from Sword Lady was casted, but Ensnare grants vision for the Ensnare duration. And man, I think that's it. MK has fallen. 69 to 45 supply, and Archmage is next in line, and ladies and gentlemen, that's official, another invisibility, but Archmage is dying, and man, Grubby is so confident versus Mighty Hawk. Yeah, the speed scrolls, the decision making, very impressive, and with just casters, human can fight. With MK without mana, human can fight. MK is trying to get some headhunters. Are very fragile indeed, but now MK is ensnared and MK is going to die yet again. Most likely we have 3 raiders and Grubby with just a surround. GG is called, and man, Grubby going hand to hand with Mr. Hawk like that, very impressive. And man, in this game, so many good decisions by Grubby, so many good fights. It's kinda, this Creepjack here was like kinda crucial. Grubby had a crystal ball and he knew where his opponent was, and man, he punished him hard. Guys, if this game goes for YouTube, thank you for watching. I have this challenge that I respond to every YouTube comment. So thank you for that, Makura for you. Leave the comment with the like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for that, and see you in the next one. Bye!